Right, everybody, look, I've brought out the heavy artillery to talk about the Gateway Experience, this mystical, super duper training program for your mind developed by CIA with the Monroe Institute, okay, in 1983. Wave 1, track 4, and we've done videos on track 3 and 2 and 1. And you know what? I'm gonna make them a known category so you can just go to look at the lists, my playlists, and you can find them. And you can participate and get a perfect Gateway focus wave 1, a focus 10, a perfect focus 10. So we need to talk about the box. Takes in energy, converts energy to a useful energy for our mission. Yeah, our mission. So think about it like observing the process of the energy conversion box. And if you're laying down or sitting up, whatever you do, act with your hands, move as if, because the energy of as if is so powerful. Look at this, the great filter, the Vishuddhi chakra, the transcribe. We're going to be getting into this today. And also your tone and your amplifying and sheathing, knowing when to be silent, and it's not entirely dark. He's looking behind his eyes, and these floaters are coming in, these fantastic colors that later turn into rainbows. It is not entirely dark. There is color and movement. Just say it through your nose in your breathing. Learn to use your nose in case you get a blockage here. Just use your nose, right? It's not entirely dark. There is color and movement. That one looks like a bird. And then it became a bird, right? And it flew away, right? Just around here. And that's how strong this stuff is. You're learning quality stuff here, right? Same thing about this one. Gotta look for this, and you gotta go into the process. You gotta get into the process. And so you observing the process. With fantasy or pretend or whatever you have. Just say it. If you're aphantasia, you have aphantasia. You can't imagine. Just I say I do it. It has the same effect. And then I observe it, or just act as if, right? And here comes the energy, right? It comes down into the box. It's impossible, And then you're seeing the energy to be converted, going into the box. See it purified inside the box, coming up again, like, "Oi, mate, I'll give it a shot." It's now he even became Australian, right? Exercise can be done in under 5 minutes if performed after a good training. It takes 1 to 2 weeks, right? So that's a skill. That's super. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. Gateway. Saxophone solo, right? And so it takes 1 to 2 weeks. Is it worth it? Absolutely. In even the shamans, they have a special name for it. It's called Sowa Sowa Shamane. It means purify very much. Okay? Which is gonna bring me to a fantastic activity. Okay, so we have Vishuddhi here. And the plan is to free up this energy via activities, by doing actions, right? So you're awake, can't meditate, too awake. Oh, don't worry, we got something. We got you covered, man. We got you covered with the tone and amplifier and transcribing. You just talk to yourself, but also transcribing. You don't have to talk to yourself. You can write to yourself and lift this energy, just lift the sword, turning it around, comes in there, goes into the third eye. With every inhale and exhale of the nose, just lift that energy, lift like King Arthur pulling the sword. Of course, we don't want this. High shoulders, tense jaw, stiff neck, dry mouth, protecting the jugular artery. Think about your friends patting you. I'm patting you on the back. We want your neck. He wants your neck muscles to relax, so that you walk with a good posture, and you walk around looking cool with that great, fantastic posture, right? And so We've talked about this before, but we need to talk about this again, because this will support your energy conversion process, right? And so it's the transcribe. And here, most books, right, have an intro, right? And then something suspicious happens, and then shit hits the fan. It became even worse, and it's like a little break here. It's like, oh, super exciting, but actually what it is, danger, nervous, maybe he got caught. Maybe he became a slave and now they're whipping him on the back because he tried to escape the plantation. Here you thought he was going to escape. Here he got caught, now he's getting whipped. And I was like, oh no, they whipped my back, a little bit. Oh, poor guy, he got, And so it's like, oh, I'm going to get revenge. And it gets a little revenge, but now it's super dangerous because if they find out, they're going to kill him. And so he tries to escape. He escapes, yeah. But I don't know, this villain survived and killed him. And I was like, yeah, right? So always terribly negative, right? The suffering curve. 12 years a samsara, and we can get some alternatives, right? Letters from Paradise. What's that book like? What is that book like? Satisfying a goddess to prevent Armageddon. Oh no, I'm gonna have to fuck her, and she's very hot. Oh no, and running away with the chieftain's daughter, the Indians. Yeah, maybe you're in the Indian tribe, a guy sitting in the back of, all the way in the back, misunderstood, doesn't fit in, and one day he just ran away with the chieftain's daughter on a horse, and they went up into those mountains, and had a ton of sex, what else can I tell you? And of course, I won the argument, 10,000 wisdom quotes, so yeah, that's what I should have said, what's that book like? And these are energy conversions. These are energy conversions, right? So one way to do it, I like to use music before I write it. So I set up my computer, and then I write my music. No, I write my, you can write poems. Oh yeah, that's great. If you don't want to write the long story, just write poetry, man. And it doesn't even have to rhyme, like, the chieftain's daughter, muscular thighs, heavily protected, but I stole her on my great steed. The hoofs rampaged against the grass as we made our escape. Stupid people, I have now stolen the chieftain's daughter. Tonight, I will, whatever, like something like that, right? But also think like, I like to use, I'll give you an exact example of something I did. There's a song by it's called, oh my god, Back to You, Time Cop, 1980, something like that. The band is called something like that, Time Cop, Back to You. You'll find it. And it's like, and it's so cool. It's a drive all night to nowhere slow. So you listen to that and you just build yourself up like, yeah, look at me. I'm driving my red Ford Countach, because I enjoy to see the city, nostalgic, and I'm like brooding, like, in my red Ford Countach and the neon. Drive along to nowhere slow, thinking about the parts of me I know you stole, but you slipped away. Yeah, it's super epic, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm brooding. I'm very complicated and mysterious and very, very vaporwave, right? And then afterwards, I would write my story and I would convert that brooding energy into paradise energy, into running away with the chieftain's daughter energy. Hey, maybe it's a cheerleader and I've knocked out the guy who's the mascot, and I'm hiding inside the cheerleader costume, and then I steal the prettiest cheerleader, and we take my car and we run away to the hidden room where I'm like there was this mall that had a hidden room, and there was this guy who started living there, and he made like the super cool apartment in this hidden room and didn't have to pay rent. And it was so funny that when he got caught, the judge of the case clapped and basically released him because the story of what he did was so funny and it was so cool and so exciting. It's like, wow, you did that? You made yourself a little super cool apartment in a room behind the mall that nobody even knew existed. That's a true story. That's a true story. You can use this and like it will give you a better understanding of like because what it does the same as this, but it's super slow because you're listening to the music and then you're sitting down and then you have to type it out. But you don't have to type it, you know, if you can't read or write, just do a self-guided visualization, man. Like that thing I just said, that I just came up with that on the spot, like running away with the chieftain's daughter, stealing the new girl from the sultan's harem. He was gonna like, he was this ugly fat sultan was gonna have sex with this poor girl, and I just stole that girl because I had a magic ring that turned us invisible or something like that. And then we went home to my place and we, yeah, you know, fill in the blanks, and that would be a slow version of this. So now when you've been through the energy slowly, of course you can do it fast. So instead of 2 weeks, you're guaranteed 1 week because you put in that extra effort with the synth wave. Yeah, listen to the synth waves. You know, hitting you with that focus 10. And as you come back in, you've anchored that sensation. It's like, gonna take you super good, super fast. You're gonna be the best guy that ever did a focus 10 because you came here and listened to my fantastic video. Yeah.